I'm live. I'm sure hope I'm live. I hope you guys can see me. I'm a little early, like maybe 2 minutes early. So I'm just gonna hang out here until we see some people pop on here. Yeah, do. Making my own music. Hey, there's one person. I see one person. Who are you? Tell me who you are. Danny! Hey! Yay! People are coming on. Yay! Happy Tuesday! Yay! Thanks, guys. Oh, that's so awesome. I got on a little early, so I'm just going to let a few people before we get into... Hi! Hey, Kathy! Before we get into, like, mostly the chat, we'll wait for a couple moments because I'm a little early. I like being early because I don't like surprises. See my decor? See? Those are just boxes of stuff that I just wrapped and put a bow on them. And same with that one there. Let's see. Actually, you can't even see my little tree. Let's see if you can get that in there. Sorry. Hey! Ramona will be coming on. I texted her not long before and she said she'll be joining us as well, but I'm a little early. Hey! You guys, this is exciting. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out to watch. No, I do appreciate it so much. This is my first, I think it's my first live by myself. Hey, Ramona! You haven't asked. Oh, people are already asking for you. That's so cool. Hey! You guys are awesome. So 15 of you. This is so good. I have my little, hey, Alabama! I'm just finishing this up. It's been around since Ramona was here. This is the Bailey's espresso cream. So I have that tonight on the rocks. So just because it's, you know, something you do. Hi, Dallas. That's so cool. Oh, yeah. You guys, I'll say this probably a few times. If we have trolls, which generally we have trolls, it just happens on live, just let it go. Don't even acknowledge them. I tend to, if I read it, I just won't even acknowledge it, because if you give them attention, they will love it. That's what they're here for, right? They have no actual faces. Like my last video, I said they have no actual profile faces. Their names aren't actually a name, and they're just there to stir the pot. I've been told I had to whiten my teeth and do all sorts of things, but it's all good. Oh no, it's cold in Texas. Oh, you know what? This weather, this is my first, well, I only lived in Halifax, Nova Scotia for a very short period of time. My gosh, it's like today's high was a high of 16, high from California, high of 16 degrees Celsius, which is quite warm. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Ramona, help me out. And then it's as low as like -1. And it's been raining like a monsoon all day, and the wind, and oh, Philadelphia, that's so cool. Ottawa, that's more Canadians. Yay, you guys, that's so cool. It's so great to see you all. Hey, Allie. Oh, 64 degrees Fahrenheit is what 16 degrees Celsius is. So it's been quite nice during the day. And then it drops down. I'm supposed to be getting some snow flurries about 4 o'clock in the morning. So Virginia got snow. Ooh. Yeah, I think the Eastern Seaboard's getting like some crazy weather system. -20? Where are you? Celsius, so you're in Canada. So you're Edmonton, I'm gonna say Edmonton or higher, further north. I wonder. Iowa is 7, oh gosh, that's cold. No snow there. I know, let's go visit Kathy. I love Hawaii. -20 in Ottawa? Seriously? No. No, that's crazy. Oh my goodness. So sit back, relax. We're gonna have a chit chat. First of all, I wanna thank you guys all for, a lot of you I see on here and chatting. A lot of you watched my latest video, and I didn't realize how much I did when I spoke. A lot of really, hi Montreal, a lot of really sweet things happened. You get to know your subscribers even more. Some people have never even seen them make comments before, but they comment on that video because they wanted to have their 2 cents worth, which is awesome. You know, I think I hit a lot of nerves when I say that a lot of times when we overshop or we overeat or we overexercise or we overdo something, there's a reason for it. And, you know, someone had lost a pet and someone had lost a son, and they were expressing to all of us, because it wasn't a private message, it was on that video, that, you know, like things like candles and wax and just shopping in general tends to fill that gap. And I totally understand what that is. So I want to say thank you guys to be so supportive of that and supportive of others. And I really love to see how people were commenting on other people's left comments, and in such a positive way. And I couldn't have asked for anything better. Just like on here, you guys are awesome. It's always positive here. It really is. So, does anyone have any questions? Like, I don't have anything like I have planned, but you know, I did my hair for you. I like put makeup on. Yeah, and yeah. Oh, snow. No, I don't want snow. You can keep it. I guess it's a conversation. Oh gosh, Ohio. Oh gosh, too much snow. Man almighty. So does anyone have any questions to get this started? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I washed it, I dried it, and I curled it, and then brushed the curl out because otherwise I look like crazy. But yeah. And there's Monty. Do you guys recognize, those of you who follow me on Instagram, you guys know Monty. He's been everywhere. Hey! He's been everywhere that Nelson and I have gone. Any place kind of fun, even locally here. Well, you know, oh, Montreal, you guys, I'm so sorry. The center of our country gets quite cold. So, oh, red? Oh, thank you. Red? Red? Who's red? 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 Am I red? Oh, red. Thank you. I'm like, what's red? I'm like, that's funny because I did some background work the other day for a horror movie, my second day on set, and there was two of us. We went by Kimberly because they always ask for your full name, so we're both Kimberly. Mine's an L-E-Y, and this other lady's was just an L-Y. But when people are calling for your name just willy-nilly, they're like, Kimberly, and I'm like, barista Kimberly, and they're like, no, other Kimberly, because I guess even in the background they're like, oh, the redhead Kimberly, and we're both redheads. Like, you have to be more specific. The one with freckles, more specific. We both had freckles, so that's kind of fun. So guys, like, as you can see, I never decorate until after the 11th, and I haven't even decorated. I literally just threw some stuff up here for the video. I've pulled out a bunch of things for decorating in the next little while. Just going to do a little bit by a little bit, but Nelson doesn't get back until November 23rd. He's back on the West Coast and has been since October 24th, I think, something like that, 22nd, and he on a course, and he'll be back on November 23rd, and then we'll do a tree together. So I wanted to save the tree for him, but everything else he probably wouldn't really care. He'd be like, go at it, honey. Oh no, what did you do to your foot? Okay, like, no questions? Like, you guys, do you think you might be able to make a video on some of the best vendor wax to purchase for someone who is new to wax? Well, the thing is I made, I think the best way for me to put it is once I moved here, I did all my collection videos for all of and I did it by vendor, except for when I only had a few per vendor, and then I would just kind of pull them together. Oh, ouch. Tendons are the worst. Like, every step you take. Man, that hurts. Sorry, man. I hope you get better fast. The best way to find out what I like is watching those videos, because I will break down, at least on my own opinion. Like, everyone's nose is different, everyone's opinion, everyone's home, air conditioning, heating, whatever is very different. It really depends on all of that. And really, it's taken me 2.5 years to figure out what vendors I really like, hey Rachel, who I'll purchase from in the future. And from those vendors too, which items are stronger than others. Because not everything is that strong. Like, I have some VCS or vintage chic scents that kicks butt, and others I'm like, where did it go? Like, where? Super Tarts in general throws really well for me, but I also know, oh, thank you, Rachel. I'll tell you what I'm burning, actually. There's only technically one thing I'm burning, but it really depends on what you like. And it's been trial and error for me, and it's very expensive being that I am in Canada. Most of the vendors are American, and they don't have, although they may have spent $75, which is easy for me to do on wax and get free shipping, I don't get that option for free shipping. It's very expensive. So when I do place an order from a vendor, if I don't send it to my friend Ramona or Heather or Sarah, I will have it sent to my house, and regardless, it's still very expensive, and then I run the risk of paying customs, which I did for Rose Girls. It was like $35 or $36 extra. And the advent calendar I'm getting from Super Tarts, there's the advent cost, and for everyone in the States, the advent included shipping. Well, I will also get a PayPal invoice on the shipping extra on top of that for Canada for obvious reasons, but holy, I mean, when the thing that you're buying costs less than the shipping, and I hope I don't get dinged in customs, you know, that's when you're just like, that's why it's a treat to myself. It happens once a year. That's what I tell myself, right? Willow is sleeping on the couch that you normally see me sitting in front of. She's sleeping on it right now. Yeah, and that's just it, Kathy. Like, your nose changes so much. And like, yeah, on Wax Wednesday, I am likely, Brandy, I think, is coming out very soon with telling us what the ins and outs for Wax Wednesday is this year. I strongly believe, just by some of the things that she said, that we're gonna love her and hate her. And I think it's in a way that I think we're gonna love her, because I personally think she's gonna open that to customs for anything. There may be a few oils that she might not have, but I think it's gonna be customs for anything. I don't know, maybe there might be a limit on size or how much of everything that you order, just to be fair, and also to get the customs out quickly. But also too, I think the reason why now she says what we're gonna hate her is the fact that she's now done this whole new payment system, like buy now, pay later. So basically you can go freaking ham on Wax Wednesday, which can be scary. I mean, you guys know I just made that video the other day and posted about the fact that I haven't bought a lot. I truly haven't. I still want to go to Candle Day. I still want to see what's there. If there are things I really know I love, I will, like 'Tis the Season. I don't have any of that, and that is one of my favorites for Christmas time. Just things like that, but I'm not going to go ham like I used to spend. I would probably buy like 30 candles off that day before. But I think that that's what the Super Tarts is going to be like. I really have a funny feeling that might be it. Just been watching the lives and the little hints and the drops and just knowing. I'm not saying that I'm right. We'll have to wait and see. Hey, Chad, how's it going? But anyway, so back to what I'm burning. It's just a candle right here. And it's the one I told you guys in my last video there that I purchased, that you're gonna start seeing in the backdrops anyway when I make videos. It's a DW Home, and I said Blossom. I meant Apple Balsam. It's DW Home See, I almost said it again. Balsam. It's a 2-wick candle, and it smells really nice. I like the difference between the apple and the balsam. I thought that was really festive. Like a great transition too between fall, which I generally love apple scents, to the winter heavier seasons with the tree type scents. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I curled it for you guys today. On that note, I'm just going to put it out there. Do you guys know that there was a couple of vendors that went away on a conference that I think is like to boost, like to figure out what they can do as a small business to grow. But I'll tell you, duh, I'm not dissing on the 2 vendors at all. I love their wax. I'm not going to say names because if you're watching, you know. But I'm certain that they were told while they were there, please utilize free social media. Do no kids for us, no Carson, no kids. I'm 41, Nelson's 47 now, and he already has an 18-year-old son, so we're good. I'm have fur babies. Fur babies are good for me. But do you not notice that now, since they pretty much the last couple of days of this conference that they were on, they're finally posting more. They're finally reposting other people's grams and on Instagram, and really giving credit. Like, I was talking to another YouTuber here not long ago, and giving credit to the people who love their wax. It's free. This is how you can grow your business for free. I didn't have to pay for that. I mean, hell, I buy the stuff. But, you know, I just found it very interesting that those two started regramming and stuff, which is great. I think that's wonderful, and it shows appreciation to the customers. But man, I wish they'd done it sooner. And, you know, I hope that both those companies in general also pick up on their packaging, and I hope that they do a little bit better job of being, you know, like, especially bigger boxed orders, not just tossing your wax in the boxes and just letting them roll around. And you know, there are some vendors out there that it's a presentation. I love it. And it's not wasteful to me, because everything that I get, and if things are individually wrapped in tissue, or there's those cute papers all crinkly that are on the bed to pat it down, and then you put stuff and then you put it on the top. But I will reuse them for gifts and stuff. Several vendors closing lately. Good. You're asking. I stick to my favorites. I think we've come to oversaturation of vendors. I think it's like YouTube in general, and not to say that someone who were to start a channel tomorrow wouldn't reach, you know, thousands and thousands, but the people who have been on YouTube for a really long time, that for almost from the beginning, are the ones with 20 million. You know, they've got so many followers. Yeah, exactly. I just think it's oversaturation, and I think that there's only so many blends that we can do that will stand out and make that company stand out. Yeah, it's just, and I can't buy from every vendor. Again, most of them are American. This year I've decided to buy a Tallulah and Poe 12 days of Christmas they've done for Advent this year. And last year I did Mandala Melts, which was a full 25 days. But this year I decided to go and just trying to help. Like, I'm trying to, you know, I can't buy it all, right? Like, so I've got Super Tarts wax, or Super Tarts Advent calendar. I've got a Tallulah and Poe, and I've got a Rainbow Melts. The last two are both 12 days of Christmas. Yeah, and I think, yes, VSG, I think you are correct. I also think that the vendors that I sort of alluded to earlier, that if you've been following their social media, they're, you know, obviously they run a conference. I think you get to a point where, how can I jump over that hurdle to get bigger? And you need to hire more people and to use the social media. The social media is free, but it's very expensive. I've said this before in a video before, but it is expensive to hire people. Absolutely, freaking, because not only you're paying their wage, and depending on how many hours they get, your medical, whatever, you know, the different policies they may have, but you need to grow. And also too, I feel I miss the ready to ship on Super Tarts, and I've said this again before. I'm not dissing on Super Tarts. They are one of my top. They are like one of my top 3 vendors. But I love their wax. There's very few that of her wax that I don't enjoy, and very few of them that don't throw. Almost everything throws, like 10 out of 10 for me. But with all these collections, which I think are really cute, and as the collections themselves grow, it becomes very, very difficult to keep. And that's why one of the reasons, I'm sure one of the reasons why they aren't doing ready to ship anymore. They can't keep up with keeping their website full. When I started purchasing wax, I used to sit at my computer desk at work and take a look every once in a while. If I had like a quick second, I would go on there. Yeah. Yeah, no, and you guys are both right. But yeah, Danny, when it comes to vendor wax, sorry if I'm not gonna be able to catch everything. But yeah, the ready to ship, they're losing money on me right now by not being ready to ship. Because when I first started in wax, Super Tarts was one of the biggest vendors that I purchased from, and I could go on a computer when I got my paycheck, when I felt like I had a few bucks to spend. I didn't have to, and these pre-orders are great for the vendor. They're not great for me. Hey, Coco, it was great to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. It is a guarantee. You're absolutely right. The pre-orders are a guarantee because they know that they know what they have to buy, or they, you know, what to make. But ready to ships are just, when I go on to a collection, and out of the collection, which normally has like 25 different scents, and there's 2 left on their site, that to me is very poor. And it's hard because you get into that hole that these pre-orders are great, but when your philosophy started as a ready to ship, and you've moved to this pre-order, now you're stuck. And I think it's very difficult to get out of that stuck. And I find that a lot of the bigger vendors have done it that way because balancing money. I think balancing a budget. Hey, Susan. No, you're not late that much. I came on a little early. Only when she said, yeah. Exactly. And then another thing with the pre-order, like I said earlier, they're losing my money because I used to buy quite a bit. And I loved getting those packages in. And unfortunately now with the pre-orders, they're in collections in band bags now. For the most part, some of them are clams. But for the most part, they're band bags, which is a lot of wax. It's 3 clams worth of wax in one bag. But I may only like 1 or 2 scents that I could really see myself with the collection I already have purchasing. So I don't, because I'm like, you know, if I could go online and like get some Jaws, like, oh my God, that's what Wax Wednesday for me. I need Jaws so desperately. I've been out since we moved in here, and it is one of my favorites, and it's one of Nelson's favorite, as he calls it. It's the shark smell. And if your husband likes what you're melting, you get some, right? Like, you know, we gotta keep support, right? Oh, I am drinking Bailey's espresso. My favorite Bailey's, and surpasses the original Bailey's, is the pumpkin spice. Ugh. And I hate pumpkin. I don't like pumpkin lattes. I don't like any of that stuff. But I love chai teas, and I feel like it's closer to a chai. So you're the same as me. So yeah, Jaws. Jaws is a big thing for me. It really depends on what she does. And I imagine we'll probably find out the next day or 2 because it's next week. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking for, like, I'm glad that it might not be, whatchamacallit, like you have to get in there and like take people's carts out and things like that. I don't want it to be cutthroat like that. But I think that because they've got a buy now, pay later thing going on. Oh, I know. It's okay. That's okay, Susan. But we both like pear. Oh yeah, pear. So that's my opinion on that. And those are my thoughts. I'm not right. I'm not wrong. Those are just my opinions. And yeah, okay. I don't know what else. Oh, what else would anyone like to talk about? Because I'm fully prepared. After that video the other day, I feel way more comfortable to talk about things that maybe other YouTubers are not as comfortable with when it comes to wax. Yeah, no, I'm hoping the Jaws collection is also, I'm hoping the whole thing is customs. So like you can only buy so much. Oh, well, Brian, my Thanksgiving in Canada is actually in October, and Ramona was here just before our Thanksgiving. I understand yours is the last Thursday of November. Oh, thanks, Susan. I don't know what I was right about exactly, but those are my thoughts and my opinions, and I feel like I've said them like little bits here and there in videos, but I was like, you know, yeah. Maybe it's the red hair is giving me some courage. I don't know. But yeah, so anyway, anything else? And if I miss, I'm sorry if you have to repeat. I apologize. Cut and paste. Yeah, the red hair, Danny knows. Yeah. And the freckles and everything. To think I'm actually a really light brunette. Shipping is huge, and what I don't understand is how some vendors can do it a certain way and other vendors have their own way. There's no consistency on the shipping across the board. I'm talking US because obviously most of the wax vendors are in the States, and obviously we don't have as many, but from what I see, there's no consistency from vendor to vendor to vendor. So, like for instance, slightly, but talking about shipping, ColourPop. I love ColourPop products. Love them. I haven't done that in a while. I'll drop $120 American, which is like 150 Canadian, to place an order, and it's free shipping for the US. In the US, it's free shipping, $30 or more, and anybody international, no matter where you live, outside of the United States, it's free shipping after $50, which is easy to do. It's makeup, right? But affordable makeup. Why? And I understand that company's big, but why? Oh yeah, no, ColourPop generally has sales like good 20% off, 25% off a lot. So I do like that, but with the holidays coming up, and I have a wedding and a wedding reception to pay for, I'm just trying to be good. I still obviously purchase things. So I'm looking over here because in case people ask me certain things. I've had some questions about like, what's my Lush stash look like? What's my favorite palette? Just different things like that. And like the Lush, I found out here in Halifax, I did not do the Sephora BIB. I wanted to, and actually I wanted to get stuff for my sister, and I didn't. My sister, we were talking, and she's like, oh, she really doesn't wear a whole lot of makeup, but I wanted to get her some like Laneige lip balm and things like that. What's my limit for Candle Day? I'm unsure what my limit will be. It'll be well under $100 Canadian. No, I didn't get the Shane palette, but there's some of his merch I really like, actually. Those makeup bags, the double zipper one, and then the one that, the black ones. Oh, good stuff, Susan. I don't know if that's like Morse code for something. I don't know. You'll have to tell me on outside. But yeah, under 100, far under 100. And like I say, like 'tis the season. I want one for the holiday. It's like my autumn candle for the fall. 'Tis the season for me is definitely the winter time. Yeah, the makeup, his merch was really good. And everybody I've heard who has received the Shane Dawson X Jeffree Star has said that the quality of his merch was really good. Where was I going with that? Yeah, I heard that they had I've been watching the series, been really into the series and wondering when it's going to continue, but which do I prefer? Oh, sure, the Lush Boxing Day and the Candle Day. I'd say right now in this time in my life, Lush Boxing Day. But what I was going to tell you is that I found out it was only recently in like the last 8 years or something, that shops are open now on Sundays here. Like they're in the old school, and they never opened. None of the stores were open on Sundays, like none. And about 8 to 10 years ago or something, a new law came out or whatever, and now they're open on Sundays. Well, what I'm finding is that because Christmas and Boxing Day are federal holidays here, the mall is closed. But that just means on Friday the 27th, Kim's going shopping. So on to answer your question there, Kathy, I think at this point in my time, like my life, I'd spend way more money at Lush right now. I have an awesome bathtub with jets in it now. I love giving myself that time, and I love candles, but I have so much. I'll show you. And Ramona will probably see Ramona gave me this here, and I've decided to keep it for chopping up bath oils that I've kept in here. This is from Lush. I cut them in half because they don't need to be used in full. I have some things from last year that I hate. I hate these things, and it came in the Wow box, but I had to do it. But really, in reality, that is all my bath bombs and bubble bars from Lush. So I'd say my collection is pretty reasonable. And I haven't even looked at the Christmas stuff yet. I will likely go and take a look and probably pick up a few things here and there at the Christmas lineup. But that's the bath bombs. I have Epsom salts too, and Lord of Misrule. Oh, I hope you love it, because Lord of Misrule, I know Kim Hart's organizing. Myself, love that one. I love the fact that if you're going to have a nice long bath, Lord of the Misrule from Lush, the bath bomb, it is a slow fizzy bath bomb, so it takes so much longer to fizz away on purpose, and then when it does, it looks like you got killed in your bathtub. It's awesome. I love it. I just love the whole idea. The small cutters from Ramona. I want to say Ramona found it on Amazon, I think. The Christmas stuff is really amazing. Last year, and Kathy probably knows, I know she's been like checking out my videos. Yeah, Lord Misrule's amazing. But the WOW last year, I ended up coming out of that Lush store with the WOW ×2. So, because you buy one, get one free. So, and there was a time before I got really, really into Lush, there was buy one, get two free. Would love for that to come back. Like, oh my God, it would be so amazing. All right, I'm just gonna, but yeah, you guys are fun. But yeah, so, but yeah, it'll just be Nelson and I for Christmas this year. I did not enjoy I don't enjoy Lord of Misrule in any other form other than the bath bomb. The shower cream was not that great. I didn't find that it had that same scent, and any vendor wax who does Lush types, I have melted their Lush, their version of Misrule, and I can't do it. Yognog is very good. That's the shower. They have a shower gel this year, which I actually have a Yognog. One of the items there was a big square piece. It's a bubble bar from last year in the Yognog scent. Yes, thanks Ramona. It was so good. I love it. I love it for chopping the little things, like I said, with the oils or the bubble bars and that are bigger. I never just use a whole bubble bar. Like, heck no. Like, oh, let's stretch your dollars, you know? So, yeah. What else do you guys have to say? But it'd be interesting to find out how the vendors do. We'll go back to wax because most of you are here for wax, but we'll see how the vendors do in 2020. I think 2020 is going to be an interesting year. I think it's going to be a make it or break it year for a lot. Oh yeah, Destination Wax still exists. I know Ramona loves, and she's gifted me some amazing scents. Yeah, no, Destination Wax, Hayden Row. Those are, you know, I've tried those and I do enjoy a lot. Now, my issue with Destination Wax back in the day, that everything's changed now. They don't have the same packaging. But Destination Wax, they used to have you know, those little crinkly bags that fold down and stick to seal. Oh, pain in my ass. Like, seriously, like the scents would just escape. Bathing Garden is beautiful. It's beautiful. Swan Creek. Yes and no. I find with Swan Creek that they are amazing for about 3 to 4 hours and then peter right out. And you have to use their wax fairly quickly. It's all soy, so I find that you don't want to hold on to their wax. Aside from maybe their stronger scents, but yeah, I like them, and I'm so happy I found some when I was with Ramona. We were at Buc-ee's. We went to a bunch of different Buc-ee's in Texas on our Texas Triangle trip, so we stopped in there and they were selling them, and so I picked up a few. Moon Spice Cookie, Destination Wax. Oh, and Twilight. You know, is Twilight's Destination Wax version, does it supposed to smell like Twilight the Lush Bath Bomb? Oh, that's good. I'm glad it lasted. Yeah. I have Rose Girl's Mermaid. What is Mermaid? I don't know if I know that one. Oh no! Oh, Ramona hooked me up with Moon Spice Cookie too. It's beautiful. It's like the perfect balance. Yes, Shar from Shar Sense just posted today. It was so lovely to see her post, and oh man, I miss her. I got to meet her with Ramona. We went up to Dallas on our Texas Triangle, and we got to go out with her, hang out with her, go to dinner. So if you don't know, like Shar from Shar Sense, like she's a flight attendant, so she travels all over the place now. Yay. I have missed her too, Susan. And Susan has a channel too. So Susan, you guys, please talk amongst yourselves too. Promote yourselves. I want you guys, like Kentucky Wax Girl, like you guys promote yourselves. This is great. Like they're all people I subscribe to. And I may not comment on everyone's video. I don't. I have to say I have probably about 70 different subscriptions to different people. They're mainly between wax and beauty. Oh, that's so cool, Carson. I don't ask me where she. I don't know what company she works with, but you know she's living in a totally different place and she's traveling lots, as I'm sure you're aware. Susan's channel is awesome too. And Susan just posted the other day, hey Teresa, and Teresa, T for Two, also has a channel as well. You guys are awesome. Like I say, promote yourselves here, guys. Absolutely. And Kentucky Wax Girl, like I just said, yep, she has a channel as well. Like, I love it. You guys are the best. So is there any questions you guys had? Like, I know that my last video was a lot of stuff, a lot of chit chat. Did you guys have any other questions about that, or you guys felt pretty good about it? Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. You can get back to me on that. Oh, when will I come back to Texas? Well, it won't be happening in 2020. That's a big year for me. Nelson and I are flying out to Scotland where we're getting married. Just the two of us, my mom and dad, his mom and dad, that's it. And we'll probably go up to Ireland. Sounds like we haven't booked anything after yet, but it sounds like it might be Ireland, maybe to go after the wedding. And then we have a wedding reception on New Year's Eve back where I'm from in Oliver, British Columbia. So we got to fly back out there. We'll probably be there just before Christmas, try to get some last minute things. And oh, I love Scotland too. It's gorgeous, you guys. Oh, so gorgeous. And then our wedding reception is going to be, there'll be under 100 people there, that's for sure. Thank you. Ireland is on my bucket list as well. Both of us have been to Scotland. My mom has been to Scotland, but my dad and neither of his parents have traveled to Scotland. And my last name is Irish, apparently. So, and I dyed my hair red. The wax community, yeah. I think in general, like, because I watched a lot of beauty as well. It's just, we have to remember in our, at least I try myself to, is that, trust me, because where I used to work and that, everything's negative. They don't come to you for anything positive. It's all negative. And, you have to find the positive in something. And otherwise, like, I couldn't have done what I was doing before, and fire department and all that stuff. Oh, cool. In the UK, whereabouts in the UK though, Dawn? Because I don't know if I don't think I'm going to England, so it'll be in Glasgow. We'll probably fly into Glasgow. Yeah, exactly. I think the majority, that's what I was going to say too, is like the majority of the wax community is great. And that's what I hold on to. Because like I said, that last video I posted probably could have given me a whole bunch of stuff. But you guys were amazing. But then they're not your friend, right? If they're not supportive and then they're not your friends. That's the problem with social media, is that you, in any form, you can be one way here and be a troll or something, or just be two-faced, right? So, And that's in life too. But know who your friends are. Stay, like they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Keep your eye out, you know? And never, I try not to feed into that. In Manchester, okay, see, I'm only in Scotland. My wedding date is on September 11th, and we're getting married in Eileen Donan Castle. Many people have called it in different ways. And that's our wedding date. And then we're in that area. We're staying in a bed and breakfast not far for like 3 days. And then we're waiting because December 2nd is the day that the tickets go on sale. But we're going to be purchasing, hopefully, tickets to the tattoo, the Royal Edinburgh tattoo, for the 13th of August. That's what we're hoping for. Oh, thanks, Dawn. Just hold on to those that are dear. Pictures. Well, hopefully. They may take some time. I know we're hiring a photographer while we're there. And then I would like to hire a photographer on our reception, and also a videographer who might be able to compress the evening's festivities into a 5-minute video. Oh, I can't wait. We love Scotland, and my grandmother is from Scotland. So it'll be very special. Oh, thanks. I hope so. It's not really fancy. We're spending more money getting there than we are on the actual day. Oh, Dawn, don't worry. But you were so sweet. That's so sweet of you. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so we're flying out there. We're spending a few days at the bed and breakfast. And okay, bye, Cassie. Have a good one. Aww. Edinburgh Castle, I am looking forward to it. I've actually been in 1996, when I was in grade 12, we were in Scotland and England for 4 weeks. We were traveling around, and we went to the castle, Edinburgh Castle, and loved it. But we want, like, the tattoo, it's like, that's why we're getting married there and in the summer, is because we want to be able to do the tattoo, and as a gift from us to our parents for coming, and they're paying for their own. Hey, Nelson. Hey, guys. Nelson's there. Oh, is that where it is? We're going to New Grange, north of Dublin. Is that where it is? Oh, Nelson's got it all planned out. I'm just like, I'm game. Oh, that's so cool. It's so beautiful. And I find that Scotland is less busy than London. Like, obviously, London's just go, go, go. I've been there. I love Wales. Oh my God, Wales. Oh, it reminds me of Vancouver Island, actually. It's very, very outdoorsy, like New Zealand, an outdoor person's playground. So, hi. Yeah, Nelson's on here now. So, hi. He must have just finished dinner. Because he's 4 hours behind me right now. But, yeah. Oh, good for you, Kathy. Wow. But you also live in Hawaii. You're so amazing. That's so cool there. I love Maui. Is my favorite. I have not been to any other island, so I can't really say. But I've been to Maui twice, and I love it. Oh, Teresa, it is Bailey's espresso and cream. I'm finishing up the bottle. But there wasn't that much left anyway. But basically, Nelson, it will be empty by the time you get back. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. No, that's so cool. I know that when we go back to the reception for the wedding reception on December 30th, like the reception itself, we're going to go home for Christmas. The prices just for us to fly home are astronomical because it's wintertime. Oh, beautiful scenery. Oh, the smells of Hawaii. The smell is so good. Oh, that's so cool. You pretty much eloped? Yeah. I wish $50. Thanks, Nelson. You're so sweet. No, I think Ramona's still there. Oh, so cool. Like I said, I was in Wales for like a week, and I loved it. I loved it. It was like we went rappelling and all these really cool, like I say, it's an outdoor person's like dream. Chester was a lot of fun. The town crier, I think is what it's called. Yeah, he was super cool too. I mean, this is 1996. That's when I went. It was in my final year of high school. So yeah. I think she's there. She may have just stepped away, but she has been there. I'm older too, and like Susan, I've never been. Nelson was married once before, but I'm 40. I'm 41 right now. So at the wedding, I'll be 41. At the reception, I'll be 42. Oh, that's so cool though. Why are people so too? I don't think I know that. Money. But yeah, so, twice, I think I better quit now. Oh, Oahu is very crowded. Oh, yeah. Oh, but Kauai is a place I'd actually like to go, Kauai, because it is like the least populated, I believe, of all the major islands, and like way more relaxing. Oh, that's so cool. My parents got they did their vow renewal for their 40th wedding anniversary 8 years ago on Turks and Caicos. So my parents have been together for 48 years, and Nelson, I think your parents have been together for 52, 53, something like that. So we'll add another year for each of them by the time we get married, and that's a lot of years of marriage between the two couples, which is really amazing. Oh, that's so cute. I love it, Kathy. That's so cute. Hey, Anthony, how was dinner? Saw your Instagram. I'd say our families are quite adventurous for sure. It's actually, although they're very adventurous, like within Canada and on Vancouver Island, Nelson's parents have never left Vancouver Island, or sorry, never left Canada or North America anyway. I think North America. So 52, you think now. So it would be 53 years married for them. Actually, my parents would still be 48 because their wedding anniversary is in October. Oh my God, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing, Anthony. And Anthony, Ramon, and I chatted on the phone the other day, and it was so much fun. In North America? Okay, sorry, Nelson, I didn't mean to, yeah. So it'll be the first trip outside of North America. So, yeah, pretty exciting. Yeah, your food looked amazing. I was like checking on Instagram, like, oh, I wonder if Anthony will be able to chime in because he's at dinner. And I'm like, oh, that looks really good. I'm kind of hungry, even though I'm not. Oh, I've been going to the gym like a lot, and it's been a lot of fun. And man, it's just that first 2 week hump, man. After that, I feel like after I get back, I'm like sweaty and gross and overheated, and I have a cold shower, and it's just, man, do you ever feel good though? Like endorphins that you release, and it's fabulous. And for those of you guys who don't know, that Anthony just released his first album. So Spotify, iTunes, where else, Anthony? You can find it. Genesis is the album, I believe is the cover name, like the album cover. And he's done such a great job. I'm really proud of him. So there's innuendos being dropped here, left and right. Not for Danny. No Christmas wax ideas. No. Nelson just asked if there's anybody. No. Kim needs nothing in wax, but Kim loves other things. Kim is very easy to shop for because if you can just look on my YouTube channel and find out what I like. You're silly. Yeah, Willow's still sleeping. Nelson would be just rolling his eyes like, no surprise. And she'll probably keep me awake half the night. Yeah. Hey, Nelson, did you catch that I got Monty up there? Do, 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 do. All right. Yes, and the fact that he can't smell very well. Right, Nelson? You're like, I don't know. Except you like your shark wax. We've already covered that earlier, that you love your shark wax, as you put it, or Jaws collection. So I'm hoping Wax Wednesday, which is the 20th of November at 4 in the morning my time. So it's a good thing that Nelson's not at home then, because I'll be up at 4 in the morning to try to purchase, depending on how she does it. If it's not a free for all, then I won't have to stress out to get up so late. Shark wax, yeah. Aww. I know, I want to, because she hasn't had Jaws. She hasn't had the Jaws collection available for so long. And yeah. And I didn't realize until after I moved here and we went and I started doing the collection videos. I was like, oh my God, like I'm out of Jaws. I have none. Excuse me, I got hiccups. But Jaws for me is like a bathroom scent. It's where I love, oh, hiccups. I love putting it out in the bathroom. It's a good blend for that, so. Do you guys know that Rainbow Melts is going to be releasing the Texas Triangle big jumbo cookies for sale? It will be, I think it sounds like it's like around the 18th of January. Do I miss the fire department? Yes and no. Yeah, yes and no. I don't think I would be here today. I'm not here. I don't think that even Nelson would probably want to date me if I was still in the fire department. It's one of those things where it's different. Girls they don't mind as much when guys have a pager and they're in a uniform and stuff like that. But when it's the opposite, it was never the same. And I think things happen for a reason, because just FYI for all of you, it just smells like high-end hotel in the Caribbean. There you go, because he's been there. That's exactly what he says all the time. So yeah, I was on call constantly. On top of that, you're not just doing fire department stuff. The town that I lived in really expected us to do so many different town things, and I'm not joking. It was like every other weekend I was busy doing stuff, because there was really, as per usual, about 8 people who would do all that stuff, and I was one of them. But when I let go of the fire department, I met Nelson. We were chatting before while I was still had not met. And then we met like less than a week after I left the fire department. And I think it just was like, I opened my mind. I shut all of the other stuff out, and I allowed myself to allow someone good in my life to be a part of my life. Because I can even tell the difference in me. I'm less on edge. Any beeping, like a microwave goes off or anything like that, I'm not like, oh my God, because like my pager would go off all hours of the night, and I expect to be expected to go up and go. I get up and go. So there's always lots of training. There was lots of, like I said, there's a lot of things that the town wanted you to do as well. So do I miss it? Yes and no. I miss some of the people, although a couple of them I'm definitely inviting to the wedding reception. They were there for me during some pretty tough times, and I do appreciate them. Does it? Does it, Teresa? Does it really? I'm gonna try to say. I think I got some in a sampler like 2 years ago or something. I'm gonna have to reevaluate and take a. If that's what you're gonna need another boat. Smells like Jaws, huh? But she doesn't. Yeah. But I love the different blends too. I love all the different blends, though. I will say with like, which is it just Jaws that one smells like? Because I like Jaws, but I like all the whole collection minus the pomegranate one. I don't like that. A wax melter is easy to try. I would say a plug-in one that could probably take 1 cube in a room, and that's probably all you need for a hotel room. But like a one that you just plug in, like you can get at Walmart. Pretty much one and done. Just plain Jaws. Okay. I love, and that's something I would definitely look into for sure. But like I said, all of the Jaws collection I enjoy, except for pomegranate. As you guys know, I'm not a big pomegranate in wax fan. So, yeah. Oh, Sensi Go. Oh, see, and I don't know anything about that. Oh, Sensi Go, Sensi Wall fan. Oh my goodness, you guys are funny. I don't see Patricia in here. I know she's got a really bad back. Poor lady. She's not feeling very good. So I'm hoping she's feeling better. what do you guys want to talk about? Anything else? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do what, and do what makes you feel like fills you with joy for sure. Um, yeah, like I said, when I was into candles, I was really into candles. And then when I was first into wax, I was really into wax, but it took me that 2.5 years to figure out which vendors I really, really like, which worked in my home, which that I like, and of those that I liked, what blends. So that's important. All-time favorite scent. Well, Beauty and the Beast from Super Tarts is pretty up there on my list. Zucchini Jam from Rainbow Melts. Gosh, there's quite a few. I think it may have offended a few people with the whole Japanese cherry blossom comment in my video. You do remember my first Christmas wax video? It was gifts from Tanya. Tanya from Florida sent me a big box, and I was in my pajamas, and it was on Christmas night, I think. I sat down and I filmed it. And thanks guys, you remember it. I was in my pajamas and I opened it. I was like, it just opened my world. Like, candles are great, but all these scents that vendors were doing that was just being tossed in my like my olfactories, and I was like, oh my gosh, like there's no candle that can do this. So like there's been and I like certain root candles. I forgot to mention on that video that I do have half of a vanilla. Ooh, those little gnats. It's oh shoot, was it vanilla tobacco vanilla? Wow, you can't blend scents together in the UK? That's sad. I know there's a lot of people in the UK who tend to buy from places like Super Tarts. I see them on their Super Tarts page. When they buy, like myself, they buy like crazy amounts because again, it's so expensive. Oh, I'm sorry, Danny. Oh my God. I know fragrance is very expensive in Canada as well. I'm certain it's probably expensive most places, less so in the States, because that's where most of the distributors are slash creators of the oils. But in Canada, it's very expensive. Oh, Dawn, you gotta try. Like, there are some vendors that will ship internationally, but it is expensive to ship. But if you can, definitely give it a shot. Oh, okay, Ancient Aliens on Netflix. Okay, bye, sweetie. All right, and Nelson, I'll chat with you afterwards. Oh, sorry. What is Beauty and the Beast? Beauty and the Beast is blackberry. Oh my gosh, I don't even have it here. Shoot, and my phone is obviously the thing I'm filming. Blackberry. It's a bakery blackberry, and it's just beautiful. I love it. Magically delicious. Thank you, Elle. And the blackberry is not floral, because I know that some are. Oh, thanks, Teresa. Oh, Willow's having a nosh right now. Yeah, Nelson's catching up all the shows that I don't watch while he's away, doing all the movies that he knows I won't go to. I think so too, Danny. But oh, and you guys know the Sonic the Hedgehog? It got moved. It was supposed to be released on November 8th, and the trailer just released for the second time. I'll explain today, and the release date is February 14th. So Nelson's taking me out for, whether he likes it or not, we're going out for Valentine's Day. I'm not normally a Valentine's person, but we need to go to that movie because that was how I got into background work and acting classes, and been able to do so much out here on the East Coast as well as the West Coast. And my car was in it quite a bit. I drove my car in that film. The vignette that they film about Green Hills, Montana is based in Ladysmith, BC, which is where I moved from to get here. And they spent like $7 million on 2 blocks of our First Avenue in Ladysmith, basically recreating it. And I'm so excited. Totally looks better. The way that they had Sonic, the beginning, he looked vile. Like he looked like he was going to strangle somebody. He wasn't the fluffy, like cute little guy that we all come to know and love and all those games, Sega and all that stuff in all these years. And I think what happened is that they released that trailer just like a week or so after the Pokemon trailer. And the thing is with the Pokemon trailer and with that movie, it was so successful, but they spent a lot of time researching animals and things like that, and also Pokemon, and making it right, and asking the fans. Whereas I believe that Sonic was more like, oh no, we'll just pop it up. And all the Sonic fans were like, I am not going to go see this movie if you keep him looking as evil as you are. Like he did. His eyebrows were like slanted in, like he was angry, and he wasn't that lovable, fluffy little Sonic. And they've totally reworked the trailer. It looks fantastic. I think absolutely they needed to do that, but they've spent a lot of money. So this all happened. This all went down in the summer, and because between the release of Pokemon and then the trailer for Sonic, and then everyone was so mad, and they've spent all this time and money, extra money, basically going back to the drawing board, doing the CGI all over again for everywhere that Sonic was. I think everyone who was a Pokemon fan absolutely loved the movie, the trailer. They did such a fantastic job. Apparently, they researched for like 2 years, like what a giraffe looked like, and the movements, and they did a lot of that. Whereas I think that Sonic, unfortunately, I'm saying this, and I know was a part of it, but I feel like they kind of just like they were like, Sonic's really huge, so we're just gonna do it the way we want to do it. And I mean, look at, they didn't listen. They didn't do the research. Would have been way cheaper and way faster, and the release date would have already come and gone a week ago almost. So yeah, anyway. I know you probably don't want to hear about that, and who here watches the Trailer Park Boys? That's a Canadian show. If I had a Ryan Coke. So yeah, that was an extra for 2 different days on that as well. And then right now they're filming the new rendition of Book of Bloods, or Books of Blood. I can't remember where the S is. It was first word or second, but it's a horror flick. And so I was on set last week, and I was on set 2.5 weeks ago as well. Which one, Susan? The Book of Bloods? Apparently, I've had to Google it myself, and apparently it's books, and they've created it into movies before, and this is just a new twist on it. So apparently Seth MacFarlane is one of the producers, I think. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. I got to work alongside a gal by the first name of Olivia, who was the main barista that had like a line, and in the movie where I was just behind her kind of cleaning up. And she was flown in from New York. I mean, for a one-liner. She got 3 days in Nova Scotia for like a one-liner for 1 day of filming. That's pretty cool. I like that. That would be really cool, right? Oh my God, like, you were the person, did you have to? No, I didn't get to make real drinks because the Olivia was the main one who was, I had to show her how to use the machine. I mean, it's a good thing because I actually wasn't going to be a barista that day, but then I guess someone didn't show up, and they said, who here wants to be a barista? I put my hand up. I said, I have experience, because I did. I worked at Starbucks. Anthony and I have talked about that. Worked at Starbucks, and it's like muscle memory. I mean, I remember everything. So anyway, it was very helpful. But it was just like, oh man, I could do this. Give it to me. Give me the lines. Because like, it's just a couple quick little things, and like you say something and then you get some credits. And I'm like, 2020 is the year I want to get 1 or 2 lines. That's my goal. Baby steps. Because I've only started this for Sonic in September 2018. So this is all new, just background stuff. Just filling in the background and that for Hallmark. I've done Sonic, and then 4 days on set with Hallmark's Chesapeake Shores on season 4, 2 days on set with 1 day on Digstown, which is a CBC TV show here in Canada, and then 2 days on Trailer Park Boys, and then 2 days now for this horror flick, and they're only halfway through filming right now. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of hurry up and wait. Gotta bring a book, gotta bring, like, I have a charger and everything. I use Nelson's charger because I'm on the phone quite a bit. And there's times where you're freezing your butt off because you're sitting outside or you're standing around outside or whatever. Like the last day I worked on set, oh my gosh, like in Windsor, Halifax, holy crap, it was so cold. I had us standing outside for like 2.5 hours. And we were literally, those of us who weren't being used, were just on to the side. And I was doing jumping jacks to stay warm. I mean, it's not glamorous, people, but they did find us a spot because there was like 30 odd background people that day. So they did find us a spot to hang out where it was nice and warm and very cozy and a lot of fun because we got chatting and you get to meet people and stuff. So, oh, bye, Ramona. Bye. Miss you. Go have a sortilege for me. I remember you telling me about that. No, it's a lot of fun background. I mean, it's a lot of hurry up and wait, but yeah, no, the background work is great. And I'm not in the union, but I've been very blessed that I somehow, more times than not, I end up getting the union rate. So, which is more than double than what I would have gotten had I per hour had I not, because I'm not in the union. Because they have 12 chits or 12 vouchers a day, and if you, I mean, there's been times where I just have. They only have a few of us on for background, so everybody gets the voucher. But like the other day, there was 30 plus of us doing background and only 12 vouchers, and I was thankful to get one. So that was really nice. Commercials do tend to pay really well. I'm not fortunate enough to, I'm plugging you guys into a battery pack because it's saying it's getting a little low, which is no big deal because this big baby is all fully ready to go. I made sure I planned it that way. Yeah, commercials would be great. They tend to film a lot of movies here on the East Coast. I don't know about commercials. I've only been to one audition before in my life. That's what I want to do more of too, just to even get used to it. But yeah, so. All right. Wow, you guys are quiet tonight. When Ramona and I were on here like 2 hours plus or something, it was crazy. It's funny. I feel like that Jeopardy. Do, 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 do. Do you guys think I should end it? Does anyone have anything else they want to talk about? Silence. Or you're typing. I'm not sure. What are the major differences where you live now? Well, weather is a huge difference. The weather right now here on the East Coast, like we're in Halifax, is just like bipolar, man. Like it's like it said today, it's high of 16 minus 1, high at 16 Celsius. So was it, Ramona, 64 degrees Fahrenheit, or down to -1 Celsius. So it's crazy. I know that we're probably going to be in for a pretty nasty winter, which I'm not used to. I'm used to getting snow for like 2 weeks, and that's that. Okay, I'll try to address that, Dawn, about glitter. But the people here are very friendly. The roads in the city suck so bad. It's like the city was built and like it was growing and growing, and they didn't have room to expand the road. So like you'll be in one lane and all of a sudden with like no warning, this lane goes only right, and you're like, ah. So it's a lot of trying to get used to your surroundings. The color and the glitter is not a big deal for me in wax, although I will say this, there were some really fine glitters that came in one of my things. I do both Canadian and American. And some stick to my warmers, and I don't know why. And then some from the one brand, like Some will stick and some won't. I don't mind it. The color black wax tends to stain. Better Homes and Gardens tends to give such ooey gooey goo when I pull it. Like I use the freezer method when I'm done, when I turn off all my warmers until they're cooled. When they're cooled, I will take the plates and take them in the freezer for like 10 minutes and pop them out. But with any Better Homes and Gardens, I'm literally having to pop it out first of all because of the type of wax, like it's paraffin. I'm popping it out, and then when I do, you hear that like that lip gloss peeling sound, like a sticker peel. And it's always, I was so frustrated the other day. I cleaned my warmers. They looked beautiful. I put Better Homes and Garden in there, and I was like, oh, that was so gross. I don't know if they'll ruin the warmers at all. Like, because I've just used, actually, someone gave me the best tip ever, especially with glitter, because nail polish remover gets it all off with a cotton swab. And glitter does get is missed by many and others who really love it. Like I love the Bathing Garden, and they have a lot of glitter. But I also respect that many vendors don't. It's truly for me about the scent. They are. Canadian East Coasters are super friendly. As I've talked to many people being background, I said that on the West Coast, and if you're from the West Coast, you're likely not to really befriend new people because you already have enough friends. East Coast is like, as soon as they find out you're not from here, they're like, oh, like you're not a new friend. So that's really cool. Yeah, like plain and simple is fine. And like there's so many vendors that do that as well, and I can respect that absolutely. I guess certain vendors stand apart. They try to stand apart somehow, and some of them is to do with like the Bathing Garden has by far the most intricate, ornate presentation, I'd say, from any vendor that I've ever had. And there is glitter, but I do love a lot of their wax. Who else got Winter Palace this year from Bathing Garden? I can't wait to melt that. It's going to be in my December melting basket. Just telling you. Spoiler alert. Oh no, I hope that they get better. Hot numbers. Oh, Susan, I hope they get better. It's hard. Yeah, it is hard. Yeah, and Bathing Garden is they take so much time and care and effort into the aesthetics, and their wax smells amazing, at least to me anyway. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's Did you like it, Teresa? I hope you do. Like it's just such a nice lavender comforting scent. And yeah, like I said, like if the Bathing Garden was stripped back, but they still had all their scents still the same, I'd still buy it because again, it's to me, it's about the scent. Oh no, is it the lavender, Danny? Because it's a sweet lavender, but there is lavender, and I know that a lot of people are either it's a very polarizing scent. I'm not an herbal lavender person myself. It is a sweet lavender. It's mixed with a whole pile of other things though. It's the minty note. Yeah, because there is a mint in there as well. Yeah, and not peppermint. Yeah, and mica is one of those things that we as consumers and maybe vendors, if they're listening, if they're here watching, I doubt it, but need to be mindful about mica because it doesn't, and all the glitter and stuff doesn't break down. And I mean, we all know and have seen what has happened out there in the waters. So the circle of life. I love Rose Girl Sweet Lavender too. I mix it with her mini melters, and mix it with peppermint or like fizzy pop, or geez, you can do anything you want. Absolute Coffee from Rose Girls. Her mini melters in Absolute Coffee is one of my favorites. So good, and her peppermint is like I know that Susan will say the same. Like her peppermint, I know you have in your videos. Peppermint is amazing. It's so good. Sorry, I'm crunching on my ice cube. Well, we got down by numbers. We're down to 29, 28. I think at one point we were at 50. Yeah, I love the turtles. Oh my God, turtles are my thing. Love turtles. No ASMR with the ice. That'd be horrible. That would keep you up. Isn't ASMR supposed to be like when people are trying to get to sleep and try to relax? That'd be like the anti-relaxing ASMR. And Willow's sort of settled in now. I still feel bad that I don't have an outdoor space for her. She's been used to being outside all these years, and although now, like on today's date, when it was completely gross out, I'm sure she's happy to be inside. Yeah, Micah, child labor as well. Yeah, absolutely. It seems like everything we do. Even like this new facial balm cleanser that I'm using to take my makeup off that I was recommended by many people. It's from Pharmacy. It's the Pharmacy one, and it's lovely. It smells, got a little bit of a lime scent to it. It's lovely, and it does a great job. And then I just found out that I think it's been removed from Sephora's clean line because there was something in it. They were advertising by being clean because it was Pharmacy, and I think that they're supposed to be pretty clean. But yeah, so I'm like, oh geez. So I do like the Clinique one. Oh yeah, YouTube on child labor. Netflix, I'm sure, has stuff on it. I know we watch a lot of those types of Netflix videos about like balloons being made and the trash that the kids in India would go and look for spoons. It's horrible. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Oh, good. You liked it, Teresa. Apparently Shoppers Drug Mart, if any of my Canadians are watching, Shoppers Drug Mart, which carries everything Physicians Formula until the end of the week. I believe they're on sale, 40% off. I haven't gone yet, but that's the time to go get it. When stuff like that's 40% off. I want some. I think it's known, Danny. I think it is known. It's not like it's out there, and I just don't. And I just don't know if they changed it. Yeah. I think, like I say, 2020 is going to be an interesting year in vendor wax for even the glitter thing, as simple as that may be. But I think that you're going to see more make it or break it kind of vendors. And I love the Clinique Take the Day Off. I started with that one, and then I tried the Pharmacy one, but I have heard the Physician Formula one is good. Hey Jessica. But yeah, so I don't know, like there's so many things, like I know vendors know about that. I know they do. I mean, half the time they're talking about saving the environment themselves on their things, so. Hey, Texas. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I wonder where vendor wax will go. I wonder if we'll stop doing a lot of these pre-orders and maybe we'll actually get some ready to ship. You know? All about everything, Christy. We've talked about, let's see, makeup, mica, in wax products, vendor wax, all sorts of fun stuff. Yeah, ready to ship would be nice. They're losing money from me right now by not being ready to ship. Pre-orders, exactly. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's easier. It's on a standpoint of financial, like a financial for that company, it makes sense, but not to the rest of us. Super Tart's crew was down. Yeah, she did mention, if you watch the live video, she has mentioned that Now the Bath and Body Care lady is coming back, but she was gone and somebody else was left, and like, but this was all happening. Pre-orders were happening before all of that. So, and the Bath and Body Care was never fully stocked anyway, so I never counted that. Not really into her Bath and Body Care myself. I can't send perfumes up my way because again, you can't ship perfume over the border. So I never tried it, but I mean, there's definitely some perfumes I would have loved to try. But they are in a small town, so I imagine it's hard to get staff. And I know in one of her videos, she said they were looking at hiring some college students or high school students or something to help them out during the Christmas season. And I think that's great. But they need to have people they need to be able to hire someone full time. Definitely. So, isn't it Katie? Yeah, Jessica, the Wax Wednesday for Supercharged is going to be interesting. I personally believe it's going to be an open site, and I would think it's going to be a pre-order, like customs pre-order, and there may be some limits. And I think when she said that we would love her and hate her, the love part would be the fact that I think that it'll be open for pretty much any blend that you want. But the hate part will be the fact that she just established a sizzle, which is a payment method which you can buy now and pay later, which means most people are going to go nuts, which is good for a business standpoint, I guess. So, yeah. Oh, Suki, I've never tried. Is that got a coffee note to it? Oh, Diamond Tears, Empire Alchemy. I know lots of people who've really enjoyed her wax as well. The Bathing Gardens Body Care is probably that, and Zape. Zape and the Bathing Garden are the two wax vendors that I believe who've done such a great job with their body care. So we haven't talked about Zape here because Zape is also a great vendor. I've really enjoyed her stuff, but her Bath and Body Care is amazing. So yeah, the Bathing Garden Zape, yeah, love them. And also, I don't know if you guys know this, but one of my first vendors I ever ordered from was Candles by Victoria. So she's been like Jen Loves Reviews, who has like almost 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. She has promoted Candles by Victoria. So they've got a bit of a promotion going on. It's like a charitable one. So like when you buy said candles, like 10% goes to the school that Jen Loves Reviews used to work at, which is a very underprivileged school and needs some extra funds. So that's cool. I wasn't a fan of the candles were really beautiful, gorgeous, but dangerous. Those wicks were just absolutely freaking crazy. In fact, my smoke alarm went off on one of them, and I'd only lit it for like 45 minutes at the time. You know what, Danny? The only way to think about it is to give it a shot yourself. Her wax melts, I think, are great. I don't know how long they keep. I didn't buy a lot. It was really early into my wax melt days. But those candles, they're gorgeous. Like, I mean, if you're going to put a candle out, like a gourmand candle out on the countertop just for display, she's your gal. Like, it's beautiful. But I'm saying, like, it's been a while now. It's been 2.5 years that I've purchased one of those candles. But they burn like I had to blow them out within an hour, and they always had to put they're beautiful, there's so much extra wax, but I always had to put like a plate underneath it to catch all the extra wax. Yeah, like the proceeds would be great. Yes, but I think too, I'm not defending, because like if someone like Hayden Rowe or Destination Wax or whomever can do the proceeds, others can too. Exactly, I think Destination Wax does it as well. So I'm not using the excuse that they're a small vendor, because they get a tax credit. Let's be honest. People don't do things unless they get something back. And I'm being very, very frank. Business is business, and it's a great thing. They gain subscribers and people who purchase their wax, but they're also feeling like, I'm buying this, I'm giving back. But don't forget too, those companies get tax credits. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Just remember, it's all about money. If they weren't making money, they wouldn't be doing it. One thing I miss is Lake Providence Lodge. I still follow her on Facebook, and she's been selling some of her ginger ale in Lowe's, but only to people local to her, because she was just kind of testing the water. And then she tried a different type of wax, like a different blend, and then did it as well. And I was like, dang, I wish I was local. So ginger ale, oh my God, her cold ginger ale was amazing. Oh, I'm done now. So if you guys didn't know that, Lake Providence Lodge is out of business as a whole, but for like a while, and then she just recently posted on her Facebook page, like, I have never left. I've been always watching. So I have nowhere left, so I have water here if I need to get something to drink. But yeah, so yeah. We're up to 35 again. We could be down in seconds. Oh, 36. But what do you guys want to talk about? I want my DW Homes peppermint bark so bad, but what's happening is in my discount stores, this is where I find them. No, I've never had Joe Malone candles. They're so expensive, but they're gorgeous. They're selling the DW Homes peppermint bark in the small, teeny tiny little one wick in a pack of like 12. Well, I already know that those little ones don't throw. I like the squat ones. The ones that threw the best for me were the squat 3-wick candle that I loved burning always on the night I would do my tree. Oh, the Jo Malone perfumes are also expensive, but from what I hear, gorgeous. Yeah, no, and I found it at Winners, but they're in the gift packs. The either the Christmas morning or peppermint bark, or they've got a big 12 pack of all different kinds of like vanilla, birthday cake, vanilla bean, all that stuff. But they're all the little tiny little 1-wick DW home candles, and like I said, I know that those don't throw well for me anyway. Yeah, check your Winners and check every week. Maybe even ask someone, like, I know they'll always say, oh, we get stock in every day, but maybe you might be able to ask someone who might be able to tell you a little more clear. You know what? Honestly, the candle section around here is also pretty bleak. No, Lake Providence Lodge isn't opening. So what's happened is, like, I've been following your Facebook page, and she's closed, and I don't think she has any intentions to reopen. But she did, I guess she had a bit left of her cold ginger ale, which she knows is like her #1 scent, and she only allowed for pickup as well. So you had to be local to where she is, and I don't know, somewhere, I'm not exactly sure what state. But what was I saying? In her state. Oh yeah, and then she only allowed people who are local to come and get them. So, well, when it comes to Jo Malone, I only guess because I don't have any. Oh, and I'll try to remember about talking about Glitterati. But the perfumes, I imagine they probably, although I have heard some Jo Malones don't stick to your body when it comes to perfumes. But the candles, I think it's the name. But Glitterati is good. It's good. I wouldn't say it's like I'm on the list. I think I'm probably going to get my mystery box call up around February based on where their numbers are, and they'll probably take some time off over Christmas. But I mean, it's good, but it's not like the end all be all. By the way, I'm going to put some lip gloss on. Lise Wattier, I hauled this in my Instagram. It lights up. Oh, and it has a mirror on it. Hello. But Canadian company. But you're paying for the name on lots of things, even Nest candles and things like that. I'm happy to hear that a lot of people are happy with Harry Slack and his newer candles as well, and they're burning as better as well. So that's good. Yeah, no, the glitterati. Yeah, it's the unicorn wax, right? It's the it. If I can't get it, then it must be good. So I'm gonna keep trying. So, I mean, like I said, I've gotten on the list a couple times now. Well, I got my first mystery box a year ago, and then I like I said, I think I'm probably on the list for about February of this year, and it's good. But I mean, it's good. It's not my top three. It's definitely not my top five there. It's not bad, and it throws really well, and I don't need very much, and I get a good throw. But it's not like the whole what's the word I'm trying to say, where people are like scratching, like pulling people down to get into it. Yeah, woodwick candles are good. I've had them. I love them this time of year because it's got that scent like that. It's like woodwick, right? Pat McGrath line. No, I love her eyeshadow looks though. They look amazing. Oh, bye, Susan. Nashville. That's where my cousin plays hockey. Nashville Predators. Go Preds, go. They're playing in Vancouver this week. And my cousin is going to Vancouver, playing in Vancouver against the Canucks. And then he's flying or coming over to Vancouver Island, which is where I came from and where he's from. And he's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame for his alma mater, I guess, if you will, his old hockey team, the Nanaimo Clippers. So that's really great. I think they're retiring his jersey. Oh, Chris, I would love the right shot, but you know the quads that have come out from Pat McGrath and Canadian is what is it like $79, $80, and then the big one, the 8-pan ballots, which are or 8 or 10 or whatever they are. I mean, they're 100, almost $200. I was gone, but I'm now back. Welcome back. Oh, my cousin, my cousin. Yeah, he's an Irwin. Uh, they're very popular. They are, but just, it's not worth the shipping. It's not worth the cost in my mind. Don't go to Macari and buy some crazy price candle which would have cost you a third of the price. Like Macari is so brutal for candles. Like this is where I was trying to talk about when it came to people who purchase like 50 odd candles, and most of them in the same kind of sense, is that a lot of times they're hyped up candles and they wait and then they post it on the freaking Macari for like 3 times more. My cousin is cute. Oh, Matthew. Matthew Irwin, number 52, defense. But so many people do, Jessica. So many people do. I am gearing up for Wax Wednesday, but purely just for the Jaws collection for the most part, unless, it depends on what she decides to put up there. But I've been so good about not purchasing very much this year, really low buy. I don't, for myself, I know it won't work. I would never do a no buy, but rather a low buy. So, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, low buys work better for me because I just don't think about it anymore. And I just stopped looking at the D-stash groups. Those groups, again, I've talked to a few other people. D-stash groups are a joke now. Oh, my cousin's name, it's Matthew Irwin, Irwin. He's number 52. He's defense for Nashville Predators. Been there for a few years. And yeah, we're first cousins. Our dads are brothers. And he's from Vancouver Island, which is where I left to come out here to Halifax. Superstars is so popular because their wax does throw really well, and less is more. So yeah, you might be spending $4.25 American on a clamshell, but if you're not like me who changes their wax out twice a day, one of her scents generally could probably last you quite some time. And there's a lot of them. Cold ginger ale. I think everyone misses that one. Yeah, it was such a great scent, and Ramona's the one who got me hooked on that. She sent me in her random act of kindness that she sent me the very first time I ever got anything from her, and it was so sweet. Yes, the supercharged is less is more. I truly only need 1 cube in any size warmer. Oh, my cousin. Oh, wow. And he's got strawberry blonde hair for real. Like, I dye my hair, so he's, yeah. They are unique. Yeah, she does. I will say Brandy does a great job at blending, but there's too many. It's oversaturated. It's oversaturated her site just to please everybody, and also to get the collections of whatever the next fad TV show is on, or movie. So I think there's going to be a point where you grow too much. You have too many choices. People are going to get lost, especially new people. So that's, again, my thoughts. Yeah, exactly. And then in her site, they've got nothing on there right now. Yeah, Matthew is 9 years younger than me. So, yeah. Yep. But yeah, I think that at some point Super Tarts has to stop making new collections just because a new TV show has come out. And I mean, the blends are great, but they're getting, if you can't keep in stock what you've already got, you know, that's just my opinion though. But again, she's like my top 3 vendor. Ooh, I knew someone was going to ask me that, Christy. I actually have 2. I brought them out here too. I was so prepared for the most part. Loving the Natasha Denona Mini Gold palette. I've worn this so much. I'll be doing a Get Ready With Me shortly on that. As well as between the Huda Beauty Nude Medium and Nude Rich palettes that I bought. I love the Nude Medium is probably my favorite. Just look at that. It's gorgeous. So that's the new medium. On my eyes today, I have Marc Jacobs, the OMG Omega Shadow. And this I found at Winners. This retails for like $30 and I got for $10. And then, oops, let's do that. And then on top, I did a ColourPop. This is a Super Shock Shadow Ultra Glitter in the color Degaff. And yeah, so yeah, no bronzers. I found like Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer for $14.99 at my Winners, which I'm wearing. It's hard because it's crappy light at nighttime here. Sorry, but okay, bye, Danny. Great to chat with you. Thanks again. But yeah. Freaking amazing. Again, a bronzer that would cost $36 Canadian. I got for $14. I missed it. What tea is hot? I like hot tea. I love a tea. Oh, darn it. Oh, I'm missing out. I'm talking too much. Yeah. My favorite quotation. Oh, I love makeup. You know what? I say I love the makeup geek, but I need her to stock her websites more. So I just wish that she had more on her sites. So again, like Super Darts, I can go on when I have a few bucks and take a look. I just depotted. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I just depotted a whole bunch of MAC shadows, Urban Decay, a few other different brands, and put them into a palette. So, yeah, that was fun. Scorching tea? I feel like I'm missing out now. Man. Yes and no. I don't know if she really wants to share this hot scorching tea, but she definitely had something to say, but maybe not on here. Spill it. Spill that tea, girl. Spill it. Pardon me. Either A, Susan is debating whether she's going to say anything, or B, she's typing this like long thing to share with us. My bet's on A. She's probably like, I want to say it. But, so, we don't know anybody. No, we don't know anyone. Uh, Yeah, and Susan, I mean, I agree with you saying that you don't like it when vendors lose sight of their customers. Exactly what I was trying to state with two different vendors that went on a conference for a week or whatever it was, and finally, like, we know, especially us in YouTube and Instagram and anything else, it's free. Advertise, appreciate your customers, repost their Instagrams onto your account. Rose Girls did it for me when I got a Halloween sampler, and I was tickled because I didn't really see her posting much of anything. It is word of mouth. Small vendors. Just as quickly as you can be jacked up at the top, you only got one place to go, and that's down below. And you really need to stay on top of it. Boston! That's what I mean. Like, I didn't need to pay big bucks to stay in a hotel and go on the conference like that. I mean, I don't have a small business, only to be told probably you need to stay interacting with your clientele. And the best way to do it is social media. Duh. Like, finally on Snapchat, finally on Instagram, finally more live feeds, although live feeds were a little bit better. I think we get lost in the shuffle. I really do, as consumers, and yet we're the ones who are the ones putting them up to where they're at. Yeah, Christy, there was two of them that stay in a hotel room together in a conference, and they're two of my top vendors. I think they're great vendors. I think their blends are great and all that stuff. And it's not dissing the people as individuals. It's more like, duh, like, we're in the 21st century. We're not in 1992 anymore. Like, I'm older than one of them, and I think I'm as old as the other. And I even know you got to have a hustle. You do, because if you're not selling yourself, no one else is. And if you stop being active on your social media, or if you're relying on certain Facebook pages for others to be hyping up your stuff, and you don't show yourself, say hi, every once in a while, which is happening, which is great. Those two, I will say, go live, decent amounts when they need to. But when it comes to reposting Instagram, I mean, it makes you as a consumer, when you post something and you're really proud of what you posted, and that company takes your Instagram and regrams it on their page, you're just like, oh my God, that is amazing. I don't think they watch our videos either. I really don't. Hi, Ingrid. I agree with you. I don't think they do. Exactly. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, hustle is when if you have never had to hustle, it means you've never had to really work your ass off. Like, you've had things not necessarily handed to you. Don't get me wrong there. But hustle means like, frick, if I don't do this, nobody else is going to. I better do this, because in order for me to pay my rent or to do whatever I got to do, I got to do this, because I got no other way to get bailed out. Gotten bored with which? Word. Yeah, hustle's huge. Absolutely. You know what? Exactly. I agree with you, Susan. Such a small thing to repost and to share. Exactly. And it makes you as the customer feel so cool that, oh my God, this big company, like, our minds are, in our world, it's a big company. It's like reposted stuff of ours, and it's great, and it makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside, minus the fact that I've had alcohol. So that's what I mean. I get passionate about that, because I just feel that we got lost, although we are the ones who got them to where they are, because I guarantee that they probably do way more business from being online than they do in their storefronts. Exactly, the small little me. Exactly, Jessica. And I'm happy, like today and yesterday, I'm really seeing that and well, I'm watching Instagram like a hawk. I'm I'm so happy and I'm so excited for the people that they've used their stuff from. Yes, connection, staying connected, Sarah, exactly. We are spending tons of money and we can easily not, right? We as consumers have the power, not them. Regardless of who it is. Beauty industry is another big one. Absolutely, Ingrid. It's essential. And like I said, things like social media are they're free other than your Wi-Fi. Um, and just a little bit of your time. That's why everything's Instagram. Yeah. Because when you're at the top, there's only one way to go, and that's down. Yeah, me too. I would hate to feel snubbed. And packaging, like I said earlier, there's a couple vendors too that I swear to God, they just, like I've talked about this with another YouTuber. Oh, Rainbow Melts, yeah, try it. Give it a shot. Yeah, the beauty community is always toxic, and it's honestly, it's publicity and it's negative attention, but it gets attention, right? It gets viewerships and everything else. But yeah. Yep. Like you only have one place to go when you're on top, and that's down, and it only takes a couple negative reviews, and vendors have not always been good at, they've been clapping back, when someone will have an honest opinion on their website or their Facebook page and say like something happened, they clap back, and like that's the last thing you need to do as a vendor. You need to like check yourself. As I said in my video, check yourself and stop. And remember, like, take a breath. It's not worth it. Yeah, because everyone's different. I mean, I agree that some people, though, can be pretty harsh, and you don't need to be when you're making a comment on social media. That's for sure, as a person who obviously gets lots of harsh comments. I'm not sure what episode it is. I'm a garden one for Trailer Park Boys, and what was I on the other? Oh crap! What was I on the other? Oh, I can't remember now. I can't remember what I did. So sad. It was only last month, but I'm not sure what episode. To be honest with you, I just film these things, and half the time I'm never gonna see them. Like a horror flick I'm doing or I have done 2 of now, is on Hulu. I don't have Hulu. Or it will be on Hulu, but I don't have Hulu. I'm doing great. Thank you. Good to see you. Like, I mean, Crystal, if she was sitting here from Rainbow Mounts, she would probably tell you, and I would, I would nod. There was a time where it wasn't great, and she was going through some stuff, but, regardless, what she did is improve. And, those who have heard, about 2 years ago, I'd say it was probably a low time when I started buying from her. We had little chats on the side, everyone goes through things, and however they deal with them, it may not be right or wrong, whatever it might be, but she's improved and hugely. And yeah, I think the biggest complaint now with Rainbow Melts is the fact that people go on her website and they can't find anything. And so if you don't follow her Facebook page, she does throw up mystery boxes quite often, or mystery bags, and she'll have some ready to ship after. Oh. Yeah. No, and when it comes to the best vendor to try, it really depends. and I'm going to say this, and I'm just going to be real for myself personally. Super Tarts, if you want a good throw and lasts a long time, but the problem is that's hard to get right now. Like, because she used to have ready to ship, and that's how I started, and I figured out what I liked, and now it's not ready to ship anymore. So I think with Super Tarts, there's just so many different ones. Rainbow Melts is also another one. I'd say go for it because her stuff will last a long time. That's my opinion. Oh, I'm so sorry, Susan. That sucks. That would piss me off. Yeah. Like, okay, here's another thing. Like I mentioned earlier, I purchased a. Ooh. Oh no, that's a tacky response. That's not good. I purchased a Super Tarts advent calendar. No, not so much last year, but in 2017, I placed, was the first time I ever bought any advent calendar from Wax at all. And it was a pre-order from September, which is great. That's fine because they need to know how many they need to make. So I purchased it in September of 2017, and then they shipped out. But this is the part that peeves me off. There's plenty, especially with Super Tarts and advent calendars. It's date specific. You need to get these things to the people before the 1st of December. Otherwise, it's kind of starting off on the wrong foot, right? That particular year, I'm not talking about 2018, I'm talking about 2017. I found out that international, because she would say on her Facebook page, we're shipping out blah, 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 and international was shipping out in like 4 days. You're sending international folks their stuff later than the United States. It should be the complete opposite, because not only does it have to fly out to wherever it has to go to, like other than Canada, pretty far away, it's got to go through customs and everything. Exactly. International should be first. And I said that before, and I don't think that year I didn't get my advent until like the 6th or 7th of December. Because it didn't get sent until last. They do, and you see it on Facebook, and you see people getting their stuff, and you're just like, I didn't even get a shipping notice yet. How? Yeah. And like when it comes to that, I don't really care about anything else, customs or whatever, but when it's date specific for an advent calendar that starts December 1st, yep, I agree, Christy. I've been in this game long enough to know and understand what's going on, mostly in Canada. Obviously, I've been with candles for longer, but coming up to 3 years of wax melts, which is not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but I've tried a lot. And I've reviewed a lot. So I feel that I have a pretty good knowledge anyway. I just feel, again, like, yeah, I don't know what runs in their head when they do that. It makes no sense to me at all. It doesn't. Yeah. And I'm in Canada. I'm like freaking your brother and sister up north. I mean, can you imagine if someone ordered this advent calendar who spent even more money than I did on shipping because they love and they're treating themselves for Christmas for this advent calendar in the UK or wherever else they might, because I say UK because I see a lot of people from the UK posting on the Facebook page, and they don't get it for like a week or two into December. Yeah, it's unfortunate with the giveaways, but it's because of the shipping, I'm pretty sure. And also, I will say this too, and this part's fair. When there's advent calendars, there's international advent calendars and there's domestic advent calendars. And normally that means there's some sort of spray in there because, of course, you can't ship any perfumes or oils or anything like that. Just starting out in wax melts. Take it slow. Don't go crazy. Start off with one vendor. Go through what you bought there. Then you'll know out of that group what you liked, and then try a different vendor. But don't go crazy. That's what I did. That's what many of us have done. I'm glad that the video hit home, and I didn't mean it to bring up any heavy feelings for people, but I shared with you what I have experienced and where I have come from. So I hope that by doing so that you know, like you guys would have that I wasn't just pointing fingers. Isn't, oh, shoot. Oh, what's that other one in California? They look like gems. They like do little gems and stuff. I have tried some of her wax. I think it's in California. Oh, you're welcome, Dawn. Yeah, I just think just take it slow. Purple Fox, that's the one. Thank you. Because they have like little gemstone looking things. That, as a YouTube creator, bothers me so much. I see too many other YouTubers purchasing things. And here's the thing. If you have empties at the end of the month and you show and you have tons of empties, fabulous. That means you're going through your stash and you buy things because you're going to go through them. I have no arguments with that. But those who don't show their empties at the end of the month, but they keep buying, they just, as a person who was in retail myself for many years, it pains me to see, like, Costco's the worst to be able to return things. Walmart's another place to return things. It's the worst. But what people are doing, not everyone, but what people sometimes are doing is that they're making their initial purchase, likely on candle day because that's the best and most economical. And then, they might burn one or two of them, and then the new collection comes out, and because the policy for Bath & Body Works generally states that you can just take back what you're not satisfied with. So new collection comes out with 10 new candles. Okay, I've got 10 out of 50 that are in my stash. I'm going to take those 10 candles and I want to get one of everything that comes out. And so the process keeps going. Excuse me. So again, there are YouTubers who show me that you have gone through your stuff, and I am thankful for that. I am very impressed because there was a time where I used to go through a lot of candles, but I'm very impressed with some of them. Some of them go through a lot, and then therefore they buy a lot, and I get that. But when you don't show us what you're emptying, but you keep hauling haul videos, okay, just being real, guys, as a person who does YouTube here, haul videos of any kind, beauty related, wax, candles, whatever. They are the most viewed videos. Now, am I an example to, I like haul videos, I like watching them, I kind of support that? Yes, I do enjoy haul videos, but it's encouraging bad behavior unless what you're hauling is what you're going to actually use and not recycle or upcycle or whatever you want to call it. It just bothers me. It always has. And these online exclusives drive me nuts. They just started doing that again like a couple of years or a year and a half ago, and it's just dumb because they're always like the chai, vanilla chai, the ones I really want, of course. Yeah, and you know what? Repurchasing videos, sometimes it's your monthly favorites or things like that because you see the same things over and over again. Exactly, 30 to 40 candles. Like I said that in my video. I used to come out of Bath and Body Works with tons, but I never returned any. At some points in my old place, I was burning 6 candles at one time. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, I'm guilty. I like watching them, but I'm supporting. I try only to watch the ones I know who haul and actually burn through them versus the ones that I know that haul and I'm pretty certain they don't get through them because I don't see empties. Accountability, right? I know it sounds silly about burning stuff, but if me as a reviewer, I have to be held accountable to you. So, if I show you I'm buying all these things, I want to be able to tell you guys about what I think. Not exactly. Mercari is quite possibly where they're reselling them, especially with Pink Petal Tea Cake one. Like I said in my video, I was like, oh my God, I'm so over the Pink Petal Tea Cake. It's a popular scent, and I get that. But they didn't bring it out for like 3 years. They brought it out. It was a favorite. And then for 3 years, it didn't come out. And then it came out, and everyone was loving it. And then it came out in the next collection. Everyone loves it. Yeah, Leanne's videos are amazing, but Leanne goes through her stuff, right? So she's in that category I'm saying. She goes through her stuff. She shows us her empties on Instagram. Exactly. And I forgot what I was talking about before. I'm just totally into like, oh, I get passionate about this because it frustrates me. Because I mean, not that it really matters, but there are some videos I feel like I did a really good job on, and I get the lowest amount of views. And it's a shame. And I know that every creator feels that way in one way, shape, or form. So. And I was a hoarder too, guys. I had 161 candles, 3 wicks only, just 3 wick candles from Bath and Body Works, not including all the other ones. Oh, mocha latte swirl, beautiful. But it took me almost 3 years, about 2.5 years to get down to my stash of 8. And most of the ones I showed you guys are new, Bath and Body Works. So, and I would give them as gifts, like hostess gifts when I go invite for dinner or whatever it might be. I bring them, and also it's nice. The candles are a great gift to give people. So again, you can buy like 20, 30 of them on a candle day, and you could give tis the season that I like I said, I like to wrap mine up with a soap or something. Exactly. The wax group, we don't make money. Cranberry pumpkin, I totally want to come back. We don't make money here on YouTube as wax people. There are no sponsorships. There's not even, I think Kent has the most, Tina Divalicious has the most subscribers of anyone I watch who does pretty much candles and wax. Candles for him. But even still, I mean, like I said, I held up one candle. If it was a full price candle from Bath and Body Works, that's what I make in a week. I have been fortunate enough to be given things for review from companies when they were starting out or what have you, but no like sponsorships and things like that. No, like items for consideration or review or a different story. But I always said that at the beginning of my videos as well. So, and 500 subscribers, and it's tough for you guys now because they've changed the rules since before when I started. Now it's like you can't even be monetized until, I don't know, so many hours or so many views or something like that. So, like, guys, I have money sitting in, like, the AdSense. First of all, I don't even know how to get it out. I know there's a code. I know there's something. But in Canada, it's a little bit different than in the States. Anyway, long short of it is I have money sitting in that account. I haven't touched it. It's just sitting there. I get to see it grow. Ooh, it's nice. But, it's not growing like a ton. It's 1,000 subscribers, and then you can't go live until you're over 1,000 subscribers too, right? Because I think Patricia Nose to Toes, she couldn't go live, and Ramona as well until they reached 1,000, I believe it was. So I have my water now. I'm thirsty. I've been doing a lot of talking, but going live is fun, but then again, I'm also, unlike yourself, Susan, but I put myself in front of a camera normally. So I think going live for someone like yourself or Shar or someone who you only saw hands would be very difficult, I think. And I mean, I found it, my very first video I ever made, I stood behind the camera and I did what's in my shower, and I deleted it. It's not even on my Facebook or on my page anymore because I just was like, when I first did, I'm like, it takes a, and in live, there's no filter, but I don't have a filter normally. Ask Nelson, but he's not here. He's watching his TV show. Okay, you have a great one too, Christy. Thanks very much for joining us. But yeah, so yeah. Oh, you do have subscribers, but anyone, excuse me, hiccups. Susan, join her, check her out. Is that Teresa, did you say your phone's dying or something? I got hiccups now. I think we're losing people. I just want us as consumers to be treated well. I'd love to see your live too. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Teresa is going. Okay. Bye, Teresa. I say so many ums and ahs. Again, I was talking to another YouTuber about this the other day. See. But it is something about going live, or not live, just necessarily, but just putting myself out there and just, I don't edit. First, I don't know how. I literally have my iPhone. That's it. I don't have an iPad, don't have a computer, don't have anything else. iPhone. So it'd be a lot, very time consuming to be editing and all that stuff. So yeah. Oh, DW Home, 2-wick candle, and apple balsam. Look at that. Yeah, editing can be fun, but some people, I mean, you can make or break a channel by doing poor editing, right? I've been watching a lot of YouTube channels about that. Like there's different channels that you can watch that talk about, how to improve your YouTube channel, and there's definitely ways of losing subscribers based on what you do, throwing in way too many whoops or whatever you're doing, or breaking in and out all the time. There's a couple of beauty YouTubers that were doing it too much. Exactly, take it or leave it. What kind of phone do you have? I have an iPhone 6S, and I just have a cheap, under $20 tripod, and I plunk it there. Or I've gone to Winners, and in the daytime, those suction things that are in Android? Okay, I'm sure it's the same though. You just film sideways, like you film your videos with your camera sideways instead of up and down. And also when in daylight, I like to sit on a little, it's like one of those step stools, but I sit on a step stool in front of my windows so I get natural light, which is the best. And I have those suction cups that you get for your cars for your GPS. You just suction cup to the window, and I also use it dually for that to place my phone there. But I also take it into my bathroom where I do my makeup. When I get my face on, I stick it on that mirror, and I get to watch YouTube literally right here. So is that what it's called? Android is a non-iPhone. It can be a lot of editing. It really can. Yeah. And then like a person like myself, you guys know that I'm at over 150 videos in 4.5 years. 4.5 years, 100 or 950 videos. Holy crap. So like, can you imagine? Yeah, I'm recording on your laptop. I've heard of Movie Maker, iMovie, I've heard a couple of them. Okay, phone and camera. See, I don't even have a camera. My phone is my camera. Yeah, see if yeah. Right now, YouTube is a hobby for me in general. I'm not working right now, like full time. That will change. So when it does, like, gosh, I can only imagine. I get lots done in a day, and I feel like the day goes by pretty quickly for the most part when I've got lots to do. I can't imagine when I go and I'm working full time too. I mean, I was a firefighter and I worked full time and did so many things. And I'm like, how do you do that? Like, you think back going, I don't know. Did I sleep? No, actually, as a firefighter, I really didn't sleep. So we would be on call all the time. So. Anybody have anything else they want to talk about? Crickets. See if I had editing right now, I'd put the cricket chirp. I even put a necklace on for you guys. I miss it and I don't. I do and I don't. There's a good balance right there. Hey, Sandra Joe. Hey, good to see you. We're not far from being done, girl. Where have you been? No, just bugging you. But yeah. What time is it? Holy, it's after midnight here. No wonder why I'm losing people. I totally understand now. I didn't realize. My God. My goodness. It's already tomorrow. Night. Night, night. But yeah, I probably it's that would be because you're on the Cali time. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? Videos are great. And for me right now, I've been living with the cat for by myself for a few weeks because Nelson's been away. So even though I had time during the day when Nelson was here while he was at work, I now have all these evenings and I don't have friends here. Patricia is the only one, but she's busy. She's got a family, a job, and she does Zumba and all sorts of things. We can only hang out so much. Yes, go for your question. So it's really hard because I don't really have anyone to hang. Like there's a lady down the hall, which is really really nice, and we've become friends. But you know, it's not every, it's once a week or so. I'm not working quite yet, except for the background stuff right now. It's hard, isn't it, Susan? And I mean, I might find friends when I go to work, like when I find a job. Although I have found a lot of really good connections when I'm doing background work because I'm starting to see a lot of the same people at some of the different things that I'm doing. Obviously, they're being cast for the same things I am. So it's kind of good. So I've picked up on some information in that field. But I mean, the background stuff is mostly Monday through Friday. And when I go to work full time, I won't be able to do this as much. They don't really film on weekends. I think I filmed one day on a Sunday. That was it. As far as my wax collection being either big or small, it's still big, absolutely, compared to a normal person. But I feel progress. I like I said, I respect my collection in every way. I respect my collection in my Lush. Candles and the wax melts. Although like wax melts are a little bit crazy, but no, I never got a call back from Big Brother. I wish. Even and all the people I stood around where I went in with the five of us and we stood up there, all four of them afterwards said to me, "You did the best job, Kim. Like, holy crap, this is yours." And I'm like, I felt so good. I felt so good. But nope, I'm probably too old. I know they don't. I'm 41, so it's not often, and especially in Canada, that they do anyone a little bit older. So I like the drama teeny boppers. But yeah, my collection, I feel okay about it. And I feel okay that I'm going to have an advent calendar, a full advent calendar from Super Tarts, a partial, like 12-day Christmas from I'm a Youngster. Thanks, Susan. But I have Tallulah and Poe and Rainbow Melts. Oh, thanks, Jessica. I've been watching the Canadian and the American one since the conception, actually. 20, it'll be coming up 22 years, so. VCS did an advent. Wow, Dublin living under a rock, right? Clearly, I had no idea. Well, that's good. I hope they throw for you. That's what I have problems with. Oh, 12 days. Did you guys know that 12 Days of Christmas actually starts on the 26th? It's for the Epiphany. Epiphany is January 6th. It's the 12th day of Christmas. Hi, Ontario. I hear you're also freezing your butts off. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know VCS had an Advent or 12 Days of Christmas at all. But yeah, do you know like the 12 Days of Christmas starts on the 26th and ends on January 6th, which was my grandmother's birthday. And she always said that it was the Epiphany. Oh, it was in the last restock. Goes to show you how much I'm paying attention. See, like that's the thing. If you are a person who like is addicted, if you will, for a lack of a better way of putting it, get off those pages. No longer get notifications for all of them on Facebook. Having a hot drink, have one for me too. VCS has changed a lot, and I'm just gonna say it runs in my head, but it has nothing to do personally. In my family, they call it a little Christmas. That's so sweet, Sarah. That after she had her baby, her daughter, things changed quite a bit with VCS. Their ways of shipping, their prices, their quantities, just how they restock. Now, I don't know if it's good or bad. There are goods and bad things about it, but I've also heard that a lot of people feel like her scents don't throw as they used to. Yeah. I mean, there's some scents that throw amazing, and I get great throws, and then there's others that I'm like, they're so lost. They get lost, and I can't decide because some of them I have had for years and they throw really well, and others that I've only had for a year and they don't throw. So, and it could be just the blend, but there's been definitely some changes. So, the Warrens, I have heard nothing but amazing things about the Warrens, and it always comes out for fall, right? I think it's like a caramel apple. There's the oversaturation again, right? Um, it's my last name now. Aww. But yeah, oversaturation. You can only expand so much. Again, you've got your loyal customers who are waiting for that favorite scent to come back, and it might take a year or two to get your scent to come back out. And I just don't know, like it is overwhelming because I remember when I started out in wax too, and I used Super Tarts because I did go on their website quite often and take a look, and it was an on, made baskets, and created a cart and things like that. Man, if you need like a freaking guidebook for wax, because it's very difficult, it's very overwhelming. Yeah, so yeah, so I don't know what else to say. Yeah, you have to step away. Like I said, like I stopped being notified. I turned the notifications off on my Facebook page, not my page. But I used to be notified for all the light in the stash, de-stash pages, and this, that, and the other. And now I'm like, hold on. And I used to go online and check these places out almost on a daily, or like at least weekly or whatever, if I knew something was coming out. Now, don't go in there. Mainly because most people are on pre-order anyway, so I can't even get it. I bought one mystery box from BCS, and I was okay with it, but I mean, I knew I bought a mystery box, so I knew that I wasn't necessarily going to like everything. And and it was okay. It's fun. I mean, I guess because it's a mystery box, you just don't know what you're going to get, and I'm okay with that. But I can see like some people ought not to even bother with mystery boxes. There were more bang for your buck, and now like there's like, didn't they have one box for like $45 US, and then they had a second box for like 100 or something, like a bombshell box or something. And I mean, that was ridiculous. It's a lot of wax. Yikes. No, I've noticed when I did go online to check, they don't even have that on there anymore. Yeah, and that's just it. If you have a certain aversion to certain types of scents, and it's a mystery box, and Murphy's Law, you're probably gonna get the things that you don't like mostly. So, what are your underrated vendors? Those people who are still here, who are your underrated vendors? Like I said, mm-hmm. And that's just it. Is I had so much wax that my VCS lasted a year or two, or even three at some point soon. Um, but it's because I just have so much. But for someone who doesn't have a lot, you're getting wax in and you want to melt it right away, and within reason, and it's not smelling, and that's not good. Well, guys, it is good thing I don't have to work right now. 12:17 in the morning, my time. So I think what I'm going to do is bid you all adieu and have a wonderful evening. And just note that I'm hoping, don't quote me on this, I'm hoping to go live once a month. So yeah, exactly. If you want to melt it. So I'm probably going to go live in December sometime and again in January and so on and things like that. So if you guys have any requests on what you want to talk about, I always post just before we go live. I did on my community page, on my Instagram stories, all that stuff. So, oh, that's awesome, Jessica. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Well, you guys have a wonderful evening. And as always, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.